Welcome to Humble Narcissist Podcast episode. Turns out we are at 20.
Oh man, even numbers.
I mean, I'm surprised that we've lasted this long. Usually we lose interest and stop doing stuff.
Well, the one person who listens, they like it.
Hey, the last one had 35 views, so we're
Oh, wow.
in 1 week. So that's kind of a record for us. So I think that we're doing a little better here and there.
Progress.
Not the best, but we're doing better.
Exactly.
Which that's all we can hope for. So, what have you been up to? What have you been doing this week?
Not much. I got my hair cut, so I don't look all raggedy anymore.
So that you don't look like John Wayne Gacy?
Wasn't he bald?
No, he had
I thought he was bald because he was the clown.
He wasn't bald. Now I'm looking it up. So I do think that you look a lot better now.
Well, thank you. I hate haircuts.
Well, his hair wasn't exactly like yours, but he did have hair.
Oh.
But, yeah. I'm not going to show the picture of him on the podcast or else my husband will cry because there's all clown pictures of him. But anyway, I'm glad that you got your hair cut. You did that today?
I did.
Ooh, look at you go, girl.
I know.
Looking spiffy.
I had to do something on my day off.
We went and had dinner yesterday with your mom and her friend. That was nice.
Yeah.
We went to the Texas Roadhouse. They have the best rolls. Though lately, every time I eat there, I can't.
Did it kill your stomach?
It killed my stomach again. So I don't know if maybe I'm just too sensitive lately, but
It's because you're old.
I am getting old. My husband's birthday is tomorrow. Happy birthday, Corey. It's
Yes, happy birthday,
4/3.
Corey.
So by the time you all see this, his birthday will have already passed.
Mm-hmm.
He has to work because he pays my bills.
Mm-hmm. Someone has to.
Someone has to. We, other than going to dinner, we haven't really been doing too much. I've just kind of been relaxing and doing housework because now I'm a domestic goddess. When I quit my job, I tried to update LinkedIn.
We saw Bianca, or was that too...
No, we did see Bianca.
Yeah.
But when I quit my job, I tried to update my LinkedIn to a domestic goddess, but it wasn't an option. So now it just says content creator.
Oh, well, there you go.
I mean, I guess that sounds better than unemployed, but that's what I am. But yes, we went to go see Bianca.
You should have put it as job stealer.
Shut up. We went to go see Bianca. Her opener was Sutton Lee Seymour, which, honest to God, when she first came out, now this is going to sound terrible.
You were going to be a little meh about it?
No, I thought when she first came out, it was Lucy LaDuca. And then when she said, I'm Sutton Lee Seymour, I was like, wow, my eyesight is getting really bad. Because granted, we weren't right in front row, so I couldn't see the best. Hence why I have
Honestly,
glasses.
I thought they looked like a mix of Sherry Pie and Lucy LaDuca.
Ooh, speaking of Sherry Pie, there is some new gossip going on with her.
Oh.
Because she is now on Cameo. So Sherry Pie, her season of Drag Race was it 13? Which one did Jada win?
12.
12. So she was tricking people into sending her dirty pictures and things like that, saying that she was a producer.
So do you have to pay her $50 to bully you into sending dirty videos to her?
Maybe. But so she's now on Cameo, and I only know this because Jan made a comment on Twitter. Did you see that? She said that she's okay if she never sees anything from Sherry Pie again. She said that when they first found out the truth about what she was doing after they were filming, she was like, Sherry Pie said, I'll never do it again. And everybody kind of trusted her. And then she did it again. So then now Jan doesn't trust her at all and doesn't think that she should be able to do Cameo, things like that. She was like, I just don't think that we should be giving somebody that does this
a platform.
Yeah.
Yeah, right.
So that was some big gossip that came out yesterday that I was reading about.
Oh, that's fun.
Yeah, I would say so. A friend of mine thinks that we need to watch The Traitors, UK and Australia. So I think that we should watch that.
Okay.
I like the American one, so I can only imagine that this one's going to be good too. And it won't really matter if there's normies or reality people because I won't know them anyway.
Exactly.
So I think
you
that
did
will
if you watch Canada's Traders.
I wanted to watch Canada's Traders, but I couldn't find it anywhere to stream because the fact that Miss Fiercelicious from Drag Race Canada was on there, so I wanted to see it because they let her do some of the challenges in drag.
Oh, nice.
And I thought that would be entertaining, and I know that she's kind of vicious.
Okay.
So I would have enjoyed that. Other than that, we haven't done too much.
No.
Bianca was great. Dillon bought himself a shirt. Woo!
I did.
My family
merch.
thinks that he's poor, but he's not poor, which I, of course, like to make jokes about because when they start doing it and making him feel bad, I have to pile on. Because that's what friends do.
Right.
So, in that case, let's get into our main subject of the day, which will be Drag Race. We just watched the finale of UK versus the World. Mm-hmm. What are your thoughts?
Makes sense. I mean...
Like, were you happy with who won? The winner this season was Tia Coffee.
I was okay with any of the 4 winning, honestly.
I like all 4 of them invested. As well. Why weren't you invested?
I don't know. It was all like production.
Honestly, I thought that this season was one of the best seasons that UK has had. Mm-hmm. I liked all the queens. My favorite UK queen, which is Tia Coffee, actually has a crown now, so I'm very happy for her.
So UK versus the World, both seasons, both had UK winners. Do you think that's trickery?
I don't know. I think that Blue won because she eliminated Pangina, because Pangina was the front runner season 1.
But looking at the last lip sync between her and Mohart did really well. But I think they wanted a UK person to win for UK versus the World. And so then for the second season, since there's money, the UK didn't want to ship money off to another country, so the UK won again.
That's some conspiracy shit.
But can you see it?
I could see it, but I do love Mohart, but I do think that Blue beat her in that lip sync.
Just like Jinx beat Monet.
Entirely different. I will say that this season with the final lip sync, which was Tia Coffee and Hanaconda, I do think that Tia won. She won that lip sync, I think, the moment because she had a really funny moment. And if you guys look this up, it will be the lip sync to Your Disco by Kylie Minogue with Tia Coffee and Hanaconda. And I think that she won at the moment that when the French part came on, she ran over and got Le Grand Dame to stand up and lip sync the French part for her because she's from France. I think that was her winning moment.
Okay.
I do think, and I like Hanaconda, I think that the lip sync prior with Hanaconda and Marina Summers, I don't think that Hannah beat her, but that is just my opinion. I'm happy for Hannah.
No, because during that lip sync, didn't they like pan over to Graham Norton or something like for like 15 whole seconds, so you don't even see what Marina's doing?
Yes, there was a TikTok about that as well because Marina performed it at a club, the exact same lip sync that she did, and so somebody did the side by sides of the lip sync, how production edited it, and how Marina was. And I think that with some of the coolest things that she did, like she did the backwards thing and was still lip syncing. Yeah. They cut that. So I'll show it to you later, but they cut a lot of her good moments. So again, congratulations to Hannah. She wasn't particularly my winner in that lip sync, but she did really good all season. So I see why she went on, but Marina also. Marina, I think, had the best track record, didn't she?
Yeah.
Because it was her and Tia had the best track record, but everybody knows in Drag Race it does not come down to the track record, unless you're Jinx.
It comes down to the entire season.
Then if you're Jinx. But then the lip sync with Le Grand Dame and Tia, I saw that some people think that Le Grand Dame beat Tia in that lip sync. I think Tia won, but I am also biased because I love Tia.
Exactly.
Who do you think won that one?
I guess Tia. I don't know. Honestly, I didn't really watch that one as closely.
you're not as invested with them.
Well, I was playing a game while I was watching it.
So I will say, all in all, with UK versus the World season 2, I went in with my favorite queen, which is Tia Kofi. I was rooting for her from the beginning, so yes, I'm very glad that she won. However, I came out of it with a new favorite queen, because out of that cast now, I will say that my favorite queen is Arantxa, and I still love Tia, but Arantxa just. And I know I'm butchering her name, so I apologize, but she won over my heart. I just love her so much. She's so freaking funny. I love her enough that I legit was looking on Spanish sites and everything trying to find merch of hers.
Wow.
That they could ship to the US, but I couldn't find any merch. But she is on Cameo, so I thought about that. But then I was like, I don't really like cameos. But
I don't get the point of cameos.
You get a message from a celebrity about,
I know, but it's weird.
It's fun for gifts for other people, because then they're like, oh my God. Because I did it once for a friend from my old job. She loves 90 Day and she loved Big Ed. So I got her a cameo from Big Ed for her birthday. And what we did was we took her and the team into the conference room and played it. And it was a one-time type of reaction, of course, but the joy on her face when she saw that was phenomenal. So that was probably one of my favorite moments ever when I worked there.
Well, good.
But other than that, for myself, I don't really see the point of Cameo, because it would be different if it was a meet and greet type of situation, but it's not.
It's a pre-recorded message.
Correct. So Arantxa is my new favorite from that cast. I heard that people are trying to petition to get her on an American All-Stars, and that would
be nice.
I would be all for that. She just everything about her is great. Doesn't take herself too serious. She makes jokes all the time. She gets all the references. She calls herself the Hannah Montana of Spain, which I love that because that cracks me up. But I say again, congratulations to Tia Kofi. I think she deserved it. She is putting out merch now that says pushed by production, and that makes me laugh because
she's in on the joke.
She's in on the joke now.
Yes.
She did say in an interview that she thought for a moment that maybe she didn't deserve it. And it's
yeah, she did just as well.
She did great. The only, yes, there are times where it was obvious that production was pushing her. However, she has had such a glow up.
Yeah.
And she is such a wonderful person. And
exactly. Don't get me wrong. I think some of the others, I think they had a little more polished looks compared to Tia's, but overall, I think Tia did really well.
I think Tia deserved it. I am excited for the next one that hopefully will come out, which I'm thinking is maybe Global All-Stars.
Either Global All-Stars or All-Stars 9.
Maybe they should just put them both out at the same time.
God.
I'm okay with that. I like to have the day designated to Drag Race. Because Fridays, well, not anymore, but Fridays were the designated drag day, because I had UK versus the World, and then by the time I watched that, it was pretty much time for the US. And I like my drag days. That's my favorite. I remember a long time ago, I was that gay that would always say that I would never watch Drag Race, and now it's my favorite thing ever. Thanks a lot, Dillon.
You're welcome.
Because he is the one that told me I should start watching it, and I fought it, and then started watching it, and now I love it.
It's okay. I only started watching it during COVID.
Well, I've now seen every episode except season 1. I couldn't get through that.
You didn't watch season 1?
No. I've seen, episodes when it's on the RuPaul channel. My favorite moment that I've seen from that, though.
Season 1 filter is terrible.
Oh, it was awful. But my favorite part that I've seen from season 1 is still Tammy Brown lip syncing, in the bottom two. And she's like, I told myself I wasn't going to lip sync if I was in the bottom. So she's just standing there going,
yeah, you're right.
I could see that as you.
No.
There is, before we move on to let's say, because I think we said pretty much everything about UK versus the world. Anybody come out on that where you like instantly became a huge fan of theirs?
I like the Grand Dame.
I do too. When she came out, she wore a condom dress, and that cracked me up.
But when she came out the first time and announced herself from France, she cracked me up.
She did the Miss America France, but she is wonderful as well. She, in my opinion, she's one of those where she's so pretty, like she could just rest on that and like be fine. But she is also very hilarious, and she does other things than just look pretty. And there are some queens that, in my opinion, just like rest on the fact that they're pretty. So Grand Dame, great. Well, with that, we are going to take a short break, and we'll come back and we'll talk about the
American Drag Race.
America. Fuck yeah!
Yeah.
And we are
back.
So let's talk about American Drag Race, because we're on season 16. We are now officially down to the final 4. What did you think of the makeover challenge? They made over dancers from Drag Race Live.
I don't like the makeover challenge because it is an easy out for the judges to manipulate who they want to be in the top and who they want to be in the bottom, because it's all very subjective.
That was a lot.
Did I use too many big words for you?
Shut up, Dylan. No, because I'm trying to process what you said, and I agree with you, because it feels like, just from what I've seen throughout the seasons, they kind of like move the goalpost.
Yeah, they manipulate it to how they want it to be.
Because sometimes they're like, oh, you look just alike, but there's no family resemblance.
Exactly.
Or, oh, everything looks great, but like I don't feel the family resemblance.
Because there's no color. One's wearing color, the other one's wearing something else.
And I see what you're saying, because it also drives me insane. Because there are some times where they'll come out and they'll be like, I don't see any family resemblance. I'm like, I don't know what I'm missing, but I see the resemblance. Like this week, the bottom 2 was Saphira and Morphine.
Yeah, because I mean, they could have totally put Q in the bottom and said, I don't see the family resemblance. One of you is dancing with soul and the other has no soul.
I could see them doing that too. But I know that they put Morphine in the bottom because they said that they didn't see any resemblance. On the other hand, I thought their makeup was very similar.
Yes. Because I get the critiques about how they needed to pad a little differently to make them not look as broad up top. Right. And then bigger hair. I get that.
Because that's a man, Maury.
Yes.
Though I will throw this out there. Morphine was paired with the best looking dude. So that's not fair. That's very distracting. But I see what they were saying with her. My issue with it though is that I feel like she did everything she could have. And then they were talking about how the outfits were different and all of that. But at the same time, it's like, they don't have to be the exact same outfit to be family resemblance.
Clearly they did, because Plain Jane won.
Plain Jane and her person looked exactly the same, just the hair was different. But I brought this up to you before when we talked about it originally, because when it comes to family resemblance, Diabetti and Crystal Method, I'm going to use them as my example, because those two, when they do their makeup, you can tell they are in the same drag family. They have completely opposite outfits and all that, but they're in the same drag family. There's or family resemblance for sure. And then looking at, let's say, Sugar and Spice, literal twins. They don't dress alike, they're total opposites, but you can tell from their makeup and stuff, same family. And the fact that they look alike. But you know what I'm saying?
Yes.
But they all, this time it was pretty much you need to look more alike. You need to look more alike and have, the same outfits and...
It's their way to produce what they want to produce.
I agree.
and see. Honestly, I thought Morphine would have been like a more interesting lip sync to watch in the finale than Q.
I know, because we have you on camera from the last episode where you were talking about how you thought that Morphine was going to make it to the top 4. So this week the bottom 2 is Saphira and Morphine, which I guess I agree with it. But at the same time, I will say that in the lip sync now, this is another one where like I like Saphira. I think she's gonna win this season. Mm-hmm. However, when it came to the lip sync, I was more entertained by Morphine.
So what do you think about now that Plain Jane has kind of surpassed Nymphia as a front runner?
You know, okay, so my dream top 3, because we both know that Morphine went home, by the way. We both know that chances are that the next episode on Friday, Rue is going to do what he's done for many seasons now, where like
take all 4 of them.
Take all 4 so that they can do the lip sync smackdown, so that he's going to have the bottom 2 lip sync, but then be like, oh, we'll have a top 4. And it's like, that's not a surprise animore, Rue. Mm-hmm. It would have been more of a surprise if Rue did it last week.
Right.
And kept Morphine. But this is going to sound crappy because I do like Q, but top 3 wise, I'm okay at the moment so long as it's Saphira, Nymphia, or Plain. Because Plain may be like rotted, but at least she has been very consistent. She's always been in the top, though Q has
very
also
consistently mid.
Well, she has just as many wins now as Saphira, don't she?
Yeah.
So I'd say she's more than mid.
It's all about production.
I do want to just throw this out there because it was another thing that cracked me up in a previous episode when Saphira won and Q
was so mad.
Yeah. And I loved when Q goes to the back after being told that she's safe, and when Saphira's announced as the winner, Saphira's like, "Are you okay?" And she's like, "I'm gagged, but yeah, I'm fine. Congratulations." It's like, just say it. Like, I like Q because she reminds me of like the Jan face crack, but Q has had like 3 or 4 of them this season.
She's a sore loser.
She is a sore loser, but
she'd be you.
I would try to hide it better, but you and I both know I can't hide it.
No, you can't.
I would be bitter too, but at the same time, I would try my best not to bring the others down. Like if we're all just sitting there, I would just sit there fuming. I wouldn't be like, "You shouldn't have won. It should have been me." No, because
I would be playing there. I'd say, just talk. Just tell us what's on your mind. Just to egg it on, because I know.
You know what, asshole? I would simply look at you and be like, "No, I'm good. I'm good."
And I'd just dig that knife deeper and deeper.
Well, good thing it's not All Stars rules, or that would seal your fate if I was in the top.
It's okay.
Bitch.
I would loan you a white tank top. I'm safe.
Girl, I'd still send your ass home. I'd be like, "I'll see you later."
Oh,
but
God.
I am excited for this week's episode. I think that if they do get rid of somebody, my money will be on Q.
I'm hoping so. I'm hoping it's just going to be a big old like stunt, and they do like eliminate someone.
I don't see them eliminating somebody. I think they're going to take all 4 again.
Because if they go back to like how it was before, where like, you know how when they started, like how they each got their own song.
Yeah, because they did that with like Bob.
Yeah, because they started that on 7 with Violet
Chachki and them.
Yeah, Violet, Pearl, and Ginger Minj.
Did they?
Yeah, because Pearl had that Sleepwalker song. I remember that.
I don't really remember their finale other than Bianca coming out in that beautiful like all silver. Mm-hmm. The first set of songs I remember is Bob's, because his was Purse First.
Yeah.
And then Naomi's
Kim
was
G's
Legs.
was Fat Femination.
Yeah.
Yes.
That was such a good season. It was the Bob show.
Yeah, exactly. When they did their acting challenge for Empire.
Oh my God. Now I'm going to have to go back and watch that season. Thanks a lot, Dillon.
You're
I have
welcome.
other things I need to watch. So, who do you think is going to take season 16?
Saphira.
You think Saphira as well?
Yeah. Okay, so look at it this way. Who do you think would be more fun to see on an All-Stars? Saphira or Plain Jane?
That's not fair. Because Plain's rotted. So, of course, it's going to be Plain.
Exactly.
Saphira is like
I
nice.
could see Saphira on an all-winner season be
I agree.
really good, too.
Long as she doesn't bring those dancing biscuits. Those shoes.
No, she needs to.
Because every time I see those shoes now, I'm just like, come on.
It's just like Geneva Carr with her black boots.
Yeah. I like Geneva Carr. I still don't understand the leg hair thing. Like, and I say, so let me, in case nobody's seen this.
Art is subjective.
She styles her leg hair, like, and she's gone viral multiple times because of it. It's not for me because it kind of grosses me out, but a lot of people like it. Mm-hmm. I don't fault them for that.
Exactly, because everyone has their own opinions. It's just not my cup of tea.
Yeah, I can't get behind that. But I do know that Maya Iman LePage has issued a challenge to Morphine.
Oh yeah,
a lip sync SmackDown where they compete for $5,000.
Oh nice!
And then Morphine has countered and said that she would love to do it, and that she would also like to bring Tsunami Muse in on it. And Tsunami was like, "We could probably do it at DragCon."
Yeah.
So, I think that would be entertaining. I love the lip sync SmackDowns. That's probably one of my favorite things that they do on there. That and Snatch Game, of course. Mm-hmm. I like it when the Snatch Games, like, because they're challenges when they go really bad. Because, like, no offense to Nymphia this season, but when she was doing Jane, what is
Goodall?
It? Yeah, Jane Goodall, and, like, it was just awful. Mm-hmm. So we're both obviously rooting for Saphira now.
Yeah.
Anything else that you want to talk about when it comes to U.S. Drag Race?
Season 16, it's almost done, and then we'll be on to the next one.
Yeah. So in that case, I'm going to pivot to, I want to talk about something crazy that happened on Easter.
Okay.
Because I'm going to bring this up because of the fact that you and I had that debate on when Easter was this year.
And I was right.
Because you were right. March. I was wrong. It was in March because I said that it was always in April. And it turns out Dillon is correct for once. Yep. Easter tends to move a lot. So that being said, the one side of the country, the Christians, like crazy Christians, got upset because it fell on the day of trans visibility, which makes me really kind of laugh because Trans Visibility Day has been the same day for like over 10 years. Mm-hmm. So why are they upset when it's their holiday that's the one moving? Like, did that make you laugh at all?
Yeah, because the crazy Christians are crazy.
Well, I heard that next year Easter's going to fall on 4/20.
Oh, fun.
So I'm sure they're going to get upset because everybody's going to be getting high on Easter. So I don't understand that stuff. And then at the same time, like, Easter's literally just Jesus woke up from his bender of getting nailed by a bunch of dudes.
Yeah.
So he didn't even stay dead.
Just a Monday morning.
I know. Monday morning after Dillon goes to the club and meets all of his Johns, gets nailed. And then he wakes up and he's like, my hangover's gone.
No.
I can go to work. Okay, well, in that case, we will be right back and we'll do our final thoughts.
Sounds good.
And we are back. Let's talk about our final thoughts. So, like, we'll discuss some upcoming things and all of that. What's going on with you for the rest of the week, huh?
I'm busy. I have work. I'm going to hang out with Leo Thursday. I work this weekend.
Ew.
The eclipse is next week.
It is. The eclipse is on the 8th.
And that's the same day as open mic. Are you going to sign up again?
I believe.
Have you practiced?
I have not really practiced, but I do plan on signing back up. So I planned on working that on this weekend. Everything that I've been coming up with, Corey's not a huge fan of, because I'm trying to do more stuff about just them and not like all over and scattered.
Mm-hmm.
So other than that, we got the eclipse, as you were saying. Did you get your glasses?
Yeah, I have like 4 pairs at my office because they gave us some. So if you want a pair, I can give you a pair.
What time is the eclipse supposed to be?
Sometime. I think around like 3-ish, 4-ish.
No. I'll take a pair so that I can see the eclipse. I'll go outside with my doggos and do it.
There you go.
My poor baby Freya has been acting up a lot. She's
a teenager.
Yeah. So we have been locking her back up every time that we leave because she is back to chewing everything. She sat there and I tested her because I just ran to the store for like 10 minutes. And when I came back, she chewed up one of our remotes. So then yesterday, while I was also at night, I was playing one of my games and I looked over at her and she was chewing on the other remote.
Seriously, she's chewing the other remote?
Yeah. So now both remotes are messed up. So Corey is kind of upset about that. She was locked up because she was in trouble. So I gotta continue. I'm giving Finn his medicine every day because I think that it's working. Seems like he's doing better. Hopefully we'll get to a point where we can train him more so that he's a little more calm, and then maybe he won't eat you.
Yes. That's all I could hope for.
This weekend's primarily going to be filled with me like going around celebrating Corey's birthday with people because he works until the weekend. Mm-hmm. Like on Saturday, we're going to get dinner with you and your mom. She's making a meatloaf because he likes old people food.
Yeah.
He wants to hang out with his other friends early that day, so we'll be doing that. So Saturday, I'm going to be pretty busy. Sunday, of course, I'm going to go get lunch with my mom because I do that every Sunday. Other than that, I don't really have much going on. I did see okay. So apparently from what I heard on the streets, mm-hmm. they're going to release another episode of Quiet on Set.
Oh, I heard about that.
So I don't know what day it comes out, but when it does, of course we will be talking about that because that's our childhood. I saw an April Fool's that kind of annoyed me because they said that on the new episode, Amanda Bynes was going to talk. Mm-hmm. And I was like, you're an asshole. Because I really...
No, you can't believe anything you saw yesterday.
I know. You can't believe nothing.
That's just like Drag Race coming out saying that they're going to change the format and make air season 16 or 17, air season 17 live each week.
Yeah.
And Jinx was going to be the judge instead of Ross Matthews.
I mean, to be fair, no offense, Ross, I do think that Jinx, and again, I'm not the biggest Jinx fan, but I do think she'd be a better judge than Ross.
There can only be one.
There can. Because, like, all the other franchises, they bring in other, like, past queens and stuff pretty mm-hmm. much to be guest judges. But
yeah,
Rue
drag queens are okay to go through the workroom, but not be on the judging panel.
No. The only one that's ever been allowed to sit in for Rue was Raven.
Yeah.
And that's because Raven does her makeup.
Exactly.
So another big thing that's going on TV-wise is that my poor girl Honey Boo Boo is still trying to figure out what she's going to do to get her money back from her mom that she stole, which that was very upsetting for me to watch as a viewer because I've watched her since she was a little girl, and now she
should have signed up for the 21st Century Scholars.
The what?
Whatever that thing, the No Children Left Behind thing, where they offered you a scholarship.
No, I'm good. Every time Corey brings up kids, I just bring home a new animal because that's how I avoid that conversation. Though my mother did tell me that I'm getting too old to have children. So yeah. Fuck you, Mom.
That's hilarious.
She had me when she was 33, so I'm only like a couple years older than her. 1 at the moment. Corey's 2 years older than her when she had me.
You're 33.
I'm 34.
Are you?
Aren't I?
I think you turned 34 in July. Because I'm 33.
Oh, I guess you're right. I guess July has not happened this year yet.
No, not yet. It's only April.
You know what, though? At least I'm not, like, severely lying about my age, like saying I'm, like, 30. No, I'm going the opposite route, saying I'm 34. I feel 34. I think that matters.
Well, good. It just cracked me up.
Anyways, so this seems like it's probably going to be one of the shorter ones of our episodes. So hopefully next week we'll have more to say, more to talk about, more to do.
Or you tell us what you want us to talk about. Leave us a comment.
We'll gladly talk about anything that you want. I know that I say this every week. You tell us what you want us to talk about, and we will make it happen. I will sit down and study something to try to learn about it. You want Dillon to sit down and learn math and talk about that for an hour? We'll make him do it.
Just remember, I knew my own age.
Shut up, Dillon. I'm still better at math than you.
That wasn't the challenge.
Like, subscribe, follow us on YouTube. We are on Spotify, Patreon, and Apple Podcasts. Please leave us 5-star reviews. Let us know what you like, what you don't like. If you like me, if you hate me, I can remove myself from the podcast and get Dillon a new co-host.
Or hang in there.
Or vice versa. Humble Narcissists with an S. You have a wonderful week, and we will see you
next time.
Yeah.